Welcome to the reading room. It's Sylvie here. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading, and it's on how does your boss see you, think about you, your personality, your attitude, your work behavior. Let's find out. And also down below there's timestamps and we can just get started. If you need time to pause the video. Okay, group one, let's see what's going on with you. So we'll have a few messages right here. I might start with those soon. Actually, I'll start with them now. It says why. So what's going on, basically? So there's a question about you, or a question about your work, or a question about what's going on. So we want to find out how your boss thinks about you. And so far, he's questioning, or they're questioning. And they're saying that there's things going on. There's like definitely thinking about things, but being open-minded, and also it has to do with your work. Something you just going ahead and doing it, or rushing in, or there's definitely a message about how you approach work. So that's what your boss is basically wondering about you, is why you do certain things you do. Okay. Well, your boss is very stressed, for one. He doesn't see what's going on. He's kind of like wondering. So either he's new to the situation, new to the task, new to the position, but there's something about your boss and things not being clear to him or her, and they just don't know. Or it could be bosses too, or they have to answer to other bosses, but there's something about going on that they're not seeing clear anyway. So they're kind of like I'm feeling them nervous, or uptight, or there's some kind of emotions that run through them that makes it's like a little tense, there's maybe tension or something. They're not relaxed anyway, because I'm tensing up doing the reading when I'm picking up about them. So they're not relaxing whatsoever. One of the things that they think about you is what are you about? They're judging you right now. They're assessing you. They're definitely weighing everything. They are checking you out. They're not seeing anything really for the future or the past. They're really looking at the moment. So if you had how you worked in the past, they don't really care, and how you worked, how you're going to be in the future, is not their concern right now. Right now, they're evaluating you as you are doing what you are doing at the moment. It's about whether you're going to receive more money or not, or you're going to advance in the company, or there's something about abundance, and figuring out whether this abundance is a go or not. So they're assessing you, they're checking you out. Yeah, so your boss not only, you're wondering about how your boss feels, but your boss is really checking you out. So maybe you're picking that vibe up, or you're having suspicion, or there's a reason why you're here, and why this question has drawn to you, and maybe your intuition is right on, because this boss is really trying to figure you out, and you have this way of acting that normally maybe it isn't like on the norm of what others would do. You have a different work ethic, and they're trying to figure you out, place you. Well, right away, in your attitude, you seem to look ahead, always looking ahead. Yeah, you're always looking ahead. I don't feel like any of those are. The crow is all like full of vibes. It's gonna spit out the card. Yeah, see that? So when it comes to your attitude at work, it's like you always coming up with future plans. Wow, they're really seeing that. Like you're always looking ahead. What needs to be done? Like if you're in a job that's a routine, I'm picking up routine job. You're always figuring out how to do it better, how to be more efficient, and because you want to be happy at your job and you like for it to flow, you like to work with ease. So you're always trying to figure it out. So and if it's not a routine job and it's something that you have to come up with answers for the future or future projects, or you're in charge of figuring out problems, you're always working at it and you're doing a good job because it's always smooth. So whatever job you're handed, your attitude is always, how can I do better? What should I figure out? And they see that and like that a lot, actually. So what about how you act at work and your behavior, like towards your coworkers, towards yourself, towards them? Like how do you work? You know, all those type of questions. See what comes up here. Well, time is an essence. So you're always in a rush. You're always in a hurry, or you're always working with speed. You often come up with good ideas or good way of being, or you have a good way of working. You work efficiently. Definitely working along with others. If you have coworkers, you work along with them. You work almost like maybe you do your own task, they do theirs, but you get it done. Or it's teamwork. They do that part, you do that part, and you combine. So you work really good with others if others are involved in your work. And if you're not, and if you're working on your own, then you're taking one task at a time, and you kind of like do one, and then you move to the next. You always have good ideas, good way of working, good way of going about it, good way of starting, and you definitely not a lazy person, and you're working very hard, and you're always right on time, or you're working with time, or you're working against time, and you always have to hurry up and get it done. So you have lots on your plate. So you have to I'm picking a lot of scenarios, so you'll have to put the specific one to you, the way you are at work. But basically, you're a good worker, and basically your attitude is awesome. That's what I'm picking up. So you're overall, like, what else? Let's figure out, what else are they thinking about? Oh, there we go. I feel like this one, no, I guess not, doesn't want to come out. There's more to be said. So, overall, you work quite well alone. You can manage tasks on your own. You work quite well with speed, and you have no problem figuring out problems. So they see you're a good asset. You're a good worker. You're someone that they can definitely rely on and depend on. So their opinion of you is very, very good. You're very efficient, and yeah. So your attitude at work and your work ethics, I guess, are good, really good. But there's something they're wondering here, and this is so clear. So it's almost like they've been assessing you, and this is what they came up with, because it's very, very clear. There's not wondering what's going on and how they're thinking. It's right there. So I almost feel like this is written someplace, like they wrote points already. I also I also feel like they sent something away, So what do they think about your work? And you already have a broken heart there. So what's going on here? Difficulties, broken heart. What's going on? Hardship. So there's something going on at work that's not pleasant. There's definitely difficulties at work, and there's something about taking a long time to obtain, or may not even be obtained. Wow, and the 3-3 here, and then the 6 divides into 3, so 2 3 is 2 times 3. 3 is important. So you have the number 3 that's very important to you, and you have the other 3 card here, actually, in how you work. So I would definitely watch out for number 3 if it's if you have 3 tasks or 3 projects, or maybe at 3 o'clock or in 3 weeks, 3 days. I don't know, but 3, even the third door, or number 3 on something. Anyway, check out that number for you. It's important. Also, it looks like it's not going to happen. Whatever's going on at work, there's delays, and more delays. Wow, I'm picking up. This is negative. This is not good. That's why your boss is stressed, and I'm anxious, and I'm speaking fast. I'm having a hard time calming myself. Sometimes it happens in reading. I get all like hyper type feeling inside because of the reading, picking up the energy. So this is very fast moving, fast paced, and always on the go. But your boss is distraught. Your boss is having a real hard time, and the work is having a real hard time. So it's not your fault. It's not you're not the cause of this. And if that's what they came down to find out, well, they're looking good. So what's the problem? What's going on here? I was going to ask about your boss's wishes, but let's find out the problem first. You know, like it has to do with things being a bit rushed, or not enough time, or time has to do with things have to get going, things have to be, so they're not being done right, or there's not enough time to do it right. Like it seems like it has to do with time and things. Yeah. Put your head together and get it done. It's almost like you need to get connected, like together, like the team has to fit together, or the project has to fit together. There has to be some kind of I get love, but it's not like a lover. It's more like the work has to be done with passion, or like not just thrown together. And right now that's what I'm getting, is that things are being thrown together with haste because of time, or because there's not something to be done. And that is a big problem. That is a huge problem at work. So what's the boss's wish? I'm just going to pick that up because I feel like there's so much to be said. Okay, see how they're spitting out? So your boss's wish is for more support, so people can take a break and assess or rest a bit. It looks like the support is needed for not enough staff, or not enough people, or not enough time to reflect or de-stress. And there's so much work. So their wish would be to bring in more people to relieve you, or to relieve the job, some kind of thing. So they're looking for more workers, or positions, or I almost feel like they're trying to figure out how to delegate, or how to what to give to you and to others. It's I don't know what type of work you're doing, but if I almost feel like for some, I really feel like it has to do with paperwork for a lot of paperwork, a lot of filling out forms, or filling out paper and sending them off in time. Stacks, I see stacks. I don't know what stacks are, but the stacks have to be taken care of. Has to be worked. I feel like there's also there's something to do with safety. There's some safety issues here with stacks. I don't know what that means, so that's very specific. And also I feel like somebody might be working alone on one project, and or working side by side, but you each have your own. I don't feel like it's group projects or group work. And also I do pick up that it could be routine for somebody, like constantly doing the same thing over and over again, but in a sufficient way. But it's still not enough. So that's basically it, I guess. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Group 2. Let's see what's going on with you. So what's your boss think of you? So let's pull that out. I'm going to say, well, you know what? I'm going to read this too. I'm going to read that one too. Oh, there's something ahead. Something is opening up for you. You have an opportunity that's coming. Yeah, there's a new beginning for you. There's something new. There's a something that was judged or thought about or assessed in some way, and about your work. And there's a new opportunity coming. So there's something happening. You're definitely, something's up for you. Let's find out. So, what does your boss think of you? Well, your boss is looking at all the staff and wondering what to do and who fits where, or what do they think about each person. So it's either you have there's a lot of departments, or there's a lot of workers, and your boss is looking at the workers and finding out who fits, how it all fits together as a team. Or they're trying to pick a team. They want certain workers, so they're trying to put them together, and you're in that pile. You're someone that your boss is looking at for some reason. You're kind of new at this job, or but you're doing good. You're learning this job, or this is new, or there's a new way of working, or there's something about you that you need to learn more, but you are learning. It could be that you also know the job, but you need to always learn more. Definitely, your boss is looking at you, wishing that you learn more, or wishing that you knew more, or but definitely giving you more work, and you having lots there. Yeah, there's choices coming up. There's different projects coming up, or different works, or lots of work. And for some, I feel like customers, there's going to be a lot of customers coming in. That could be. And they need you to be there and be able to continue working or doing a good job on your own. It seems like that you need to be able to handle everything on your own, and so your boss is like seeing that you're capable, or you're going to be at that stage where you're going to be able to do it on your own. So your boss is having a good opinion of you, but also wants you to learn a lot more than what you have already. And so they sees that you're capable and able. So they're looking at you for some reason. They want something from you. So let's move on to what does your boss think about your attitude, your behavior, your overall at work, like, how you work with others, how you work with yourself, like everything that has to do with your job. Didn't feel the vibes in any of those cards. It's not time yet. Ah, there we are. Wow. They already like the way you think. So your attitude is pretty fair, pretty good, pretty right on, and you always plan a lot, plan things, work hard, and yeah, you have a good, pleasant. You're how you say that? They enjoy you. They think you're pleasant. They enjoy being around you. Your boss is really liking the way you are. Your attitude is something that is easy to be around. You're easy to talk to. You're easy to reflect things on, even though you have a lot of planning to do, a lot of work, a lot of time is of an essence for you. You have to move a lot. But you balance everything in a fair way. You're definitely someone who's fair. So how you act, you always treat people fairly. You treat your boss with fair. It seems like that's important to them. You're always enjoying everyone around you. You're always taking care of everyone. I don't know if you work with love in some way. Your job is dealing with love, love in taking care of others, love to do good for others, take care of others. I don't know if you're in the healthcare health department, or you're doing something with I want to say like. Like a counselor or a shrink or someone that has to deal with mental aspects of people's health, and always try to bring them in a positive way. You could be a coach, actually, that's a mentor of some kind. But also, I feel that work has to do with caring and being there for others, or always being supportive. And you seem like they really enjoy that. You do a good job. You're able. You definitely always do what you got to do. You're always doing right. And if that has nothing to do with health, that means you're a caring, loving person that takes care of everyone at your work. So it's basically just something like that. But I really feel that like you're the way you are, you have to deal with emotions, and you have to give a lot emotionally. I feel really that's there. So and you do a good job. So they like your way you are, your behavior at work. Yeah, there's always something new going on, always new work, always things you got to figure out. You're always there juggling everything. Yeah, so whatever's thrown at you, whether you know about it or not, whether it's a problem or whether it's new, or whether things are difficult, you manage to handle it in a good way, and you always work it out. You problem solve easy. So that's what they think about you. That's what your boss thinks about you. So is there any problems at work or wishes? Well, opportunities are coming. So there's opportunities are coming. Oh yeah, huge opportunities are coming. You're going to be successful. So there's no problem at work, but there is a wish that you do good, that you're able to receive something. Yeah, they definitely assessed you for it, and want to offer it to you, or if they're not offering you something, then more work's coming in, and you're definitely going to be successful. But they do plan for you to have more. Your wishes, your bosses, is that you move up in the company, and you're happy, and you take up all these opportunities that are given to you. So they really have a good light on you for sure. So what does your boss? Let's find out any more information about your work, how you actually work. Get the devil here. When it comes to your work, you're pretty yeah. So when it comes to you actually working, you are definitely you keep things to yourself. You're pretty obsessed with the fact that you take it even home. So you're a hard worker as could be. You stress over it sometimes, and you don't let it go, or you take a challenge and you take it for yourself. You have an you have an obsessive way of working. Definitely a hard worker, and someone that doesn't rest much at all. So you're like boss material. You're like everything they expect and could want out as a worker. So they have high opinion of you. Okay, group 3, let's see what's going on with you. So there's a message for you. Let's just read that right off before we start with your bosses and stuff. It says, you're co-create. So you're created. You're definitely part of everything that's going on. Like you're part of the system. You're part of the whole balancing of everything. Like you're like the wise one. You're the one that's you were there at the beginning. You'll be there at the end. You're definitely working hard, but people look up to you. They check you out. You have this passion about you, this way of seeing things in certain light. You're creative. You're definitely someone who is looked on for advice or opinions, or they want to know what you're thinking about, what you think about all this stuff. They want you to discuss it because you're passionate and you're fair. So you're part of this for a long time and will be continuously for a long time. You're not going anywhere, kind of thing. You're like the wise person at work that everybody looks towards. Your boss is definitely not having any problem or any issues. He feels quite content at work, quite content with his team, quite content with his people. And for you, you've been there a long time, or you'll be there a long time, and you definitely count on whatever you're doing. It's like your ideas, you just fly with ideas. You just always come up with new ways or new ideas, or you're all about being sufficient at work, or time has something to do with it. Every pile had something to do with time, moving ahead, things moving fast. But also you know how, like, this is the speed that it needs to go in, or needs to go in that direction. The discussions or ideas all have to go together in one way and get there, go someplace. You need to collect them and send them off. So you either you give the okay for things to go, or you're the one that everybody looks at and says, is it a go, and then things get done. So it's almost like what you wish is what happens, or everybody looks at you for it. So either you're a boss yourself, or in charge of a team, or you have a responsibility of letting things start or finish or sent, or you have some authority of some kind. So what does your boss think about your attitude and behavior, and your overall oh, there's a card the other way. I'm just going to fix that. Okay. So feeling wise, yeah, you don't always know what you're doing. They feel like you don't always, it's not, your attitude is you're unsure of yourself, you don't have all that confidence, even though you hold back. Sometimes you hold back. You don't go with confidence, and that's what they see. You lack confidence sometimes, even if you have it in you to do it. Yeah. But you always manage to get your job done. And you do it, and you're stubborn. You always manage to do everything right. You always manage to do your stuff. You're stubborn. You hold your own. You definitely share your ideas, share your time. You bring people in. You're fair. So your work, whatever you need to do, you're always doing it. But boys, oh boys, no one's going to pull the wool over your eyes or make you do something you don't want to do, or sway you, I guess. No way. So you're definitely, when it comes to your behavior, you're stubborn as could be, and it's your way or the highway, or kind of like your way. Or if it's not good, you hold your own. But sometimes you're definitely going to give out or receive, but mostly give task out, or give people fair, if they come up with an idea or come up with a plan, or they're the cause of this good job, you're going to give them credit. So you seem to be in charge of something, or there's some reason why things are important. But your lack of confidence sometimes, the boss sees it, but yet no, you always pull through. You always do your work. Yeah, you have everything under control. So they don't feel like they have to butt in at all. They don't look at that. They don't need to take care of you at all. Like you're like, everything works well because of you. You just do what you got to do. You're always there to do what you got to do, and you've been there a long time. Or if you haven't been there a long time, you sure act like you've been there a long time. Or you know the job so well that it's secondhand to you, like you just do it. you have everything, all the experience behind you. So if you haven't been in this job, you have really a lot of experience, and it makes them feel like you've been there a long time, because you just fit and you know what to do and how to do it. So the boss feels like he doesn't even have to think about you, doesn't have to worry about the work. That's all good. So either they're in another compartment, like they're in another spot, another building, another town, another city. They're far away. They're not always there. They either you remotely contact each other sometimes. I feel like you're in charge of this part of the job. So either you run the whole company from there, or you're someone that's running your department, or you're running your team. But it's definitely you're in charge of something. Whether depends on the scale. I would put the reading on the scale that you're at. If you're in a higher scale, then it's a higher level of responsibility. Sorry. So is there any problem or wishes? Well, you have the Tower for a problem. Wish. So, there seems to be no problem, just making sure that things are good and happy. So things aren't things don't flow as well as they should. People aren't happy, or there's someone that's not happy, or you're not happy. So it has to do with somebody not being happy at their job, and their wish is that they really, really want you, or that there's like a second chance, or take a second chance, or take a second opinion, or give it a second chance, because they really want you to be happy and relax at work. You know, they value you, so they want you to be happy. They want you to see things in a different way, or take in something new, or that you're important to them. They don't want you walking away. They fear that you're going to walk away and take another opportunity. So they don't want that. They want to keep you. And that's what they're thinking about you, that you're ready to go and leave them. Okay, group 4, let's see what's going on with you. Well, I got a little message. I'm going to pull it right away. Chop chop means get going. Like, don't you waste your time. Don't waste any time. There's something to do with the fact that things are complete. Now it's time to get going on something new, or something that you're not sure about. Get the support if you don't know what you need to do, what you need to do next. But don't stand around. Get going on it. That's what they're saying. Chop chop. Don't stand around. If your job is done, find something else to do, or go ask or figure out what you need to do more. So what's your boss thinking about you is that you're a perfect fit. Your boss is enjoying their work. They feel like this job is for them, and they're really enjoying who's at this workplace. They're enjoying the staff. They're enjoying the actual place. It's almost like their wish what they've been always wanted. They feel totally comfortable in here. Oh wow. Well, here they see that you watch a lot, but yet you manage to do what you got to do. But also you butt head with them, or they butt head with you. Like you guys clash, or they stand firm to you, you stand firm to them. There's an issue here with authority. You know, when you stand around, or when you work, either one, doesn't matter if it's both or one or the other. It seems like they have a hard time with you, or you have a hard time with them, and they're picking that up. So let's find out more. So what are they thinking about you? What do they think about your attitude, your behavior, your overall feel of it? Well, let's start off with they see that you have this strong opinion that you know everything, that everything is the way it should be. What you wish. It's like you know it all, and you're strong, and you have this the wish on how you want to be or how things should go, and you stand by that. You know how you have this this attitude that you know exactly what needs to be done or how it needs to be done or what it should be or whatever, that type of stuff, you know. So in your behavior, you're pretty fair though, and you do keep your emotions. Well, sometimes you let people know what you're feeling, really, and sometimes it's too much. So it's way too much. But you're emotional, yet a hard worker. So you so caring that you wear your emotions on your sleeve. You are definitely someone that's emotional in some way, very sensitive, caring, but strong too at the same time. Like, you're not a wimp, or you're not someone that's people can just push over, for sure, but you really are someone who thinks and cares about what's going on around you, and you're pretty fair. So you don't let anybody push you around or push others around. You really take care of everyone, and you stand your own. Like, you're not going to let no boss tell you how to be or what to do, or if it's wrong, you know, or if it's not what you're thinking that is right. Yeah. See, you protect everyone. You're very capable. You're very capable, and you do your job, but you also go beyond your job, making sure everyone else is happy. You watch your back. You always take care of everyone and watching their back and stuff like this. And you definitely someone who thinks about ahead, like that. You don't just stay put. Like, you really a thinker, and you know what's coming up. Like, you assess things, and so at your work they have a hard time with you because you're in control, and you're in control of the staff. You're in control of your team. You're in control. If you're just like, I feel like you're a worker that is being placed in a position where you're in charge a lot, when that's not your job. Your job is not to be in charge. You're not someone that's a boss of any team or department, but yet everyone takes you up like you are, or everyone looks at you like you are. And so your boss really likes his work, but like with you, it's like, I'm the boss, not you, and yet you do a good job. But yeah, they're not criticizing you. They see that you're doing a good job, and you're of value. But there's a problem. Let's find out what the problem is. Too many cards. Whoa. I guess these ones, they're shaking in my hand, like biting. They were like, the problem is your emotions. Your emotions are out of hand. Like, it's not good for the workplace or the team. So they really you need to it's almost like you need to control your emotions, or you need to work on that. But the thing about that is that you make the workplace a good place, a fun place. People really like you, you know. But for the boss, he is having a problem with it, not the people at your work. Don't know what to do with you. Don't know what to do with you at all. Yeah. Don't know what to think about you either. They don't know what to do and think about you. So you're having an issue there with them, but you're not a problem at the work, just with the boss himself. He feels you're too stubborn, and you're in charge of too much, and he's the boss, not you. But the place is happy at work, so it's not. They're going to leave it like that. Hey, Group 5, let's see what's going on with you. So we have a message here for you before we start. Wow, it's really being content, really being happy. Life is good. You give and take in life, and yeah, there's problems or there's options. One of the two. Definitely things you can manage whatever you want. Yeah. So whether it's a problem or whether you have a problem or you have options, you're going to do just fine with it all, and you're going to know how to act or react or do your job right. It's definitely things are given to you in a way that's going to make you feel really, really good. So there's something about work that's going to work out really well for you. The boss seems to be just fine. Things are moving along just great. Seems like this is a boss that's far away, or they don't really know you, or they're indifferent to the staff. It's more about being efficient than it is the actual person. That I don't think they even care about the person. This is definitely things are having a good feel to it. Being supported, and everything is being worked on. So for them, everything's efficient, moving along great. The feel is good at work. The work is good at work. Things are getting done. You're doing a good job. They don't think more than that. Let me see. So what is going on here? Because I really feel like they don't oh, the upside down. They don't really necessarily take interest in the people. They're pretty cold. It seems like it's either a huge company or a lot of movement, or a lot of staffs in and out, or it's contract work. I don't know. I feel like they're so indifferent to the actual person. So oh, there's too many cards here. Let's pull some more. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely calm and relaxing at work, and things are working along just great. When it comes to who you are, they feel like you're no problem, and you're just a chilled person, that there's no problem with you. They don't even have to think about it. Yeah, when you're at work, you don't question work. You just perform and do your work, and you do it well. You do your job well. You're a chilled person. Overall, yeah, they believe that you're on the right page, or they have a good feeling about you, because you definitely support the job, support the work, support everything. So for them, it's just yeah, you're no problem. You're just chilled out person that does a good job. So what else is there? Because any problems? No, it doesn't seem like there's any problem. Like, you're doing your job, like, you know what you're doing. Everything flows again, like everything goes well. It's like there's no it's lack of emotions. Like, there's no it's almost like this is just, I don't know, like, it's strange. It's like everybody does their job, and nobody cares about nobody. Yeah, they just use people. They just use you to get to for the end game, or the end. This is very cold. A very colorful deck, but yet such a cold reading. I feel the coldness. Yeah, they basically they have they always have things. They watch out for the staff. They there's lots of things to do. They watch out for the staff, and they definitely pay attention. They definitely know what's going on. They're always watching. They're watching you, and they know what they want from you, and they just use you to get things done, and as long as things work out well, they're happy. So their opinion of you is you're not a problem at work, and that's it. They're very chilled, very cold. They don't it's almost like they don't really care who you are, as long as you're doing the job right.